A lot of the times when we do something, doing this thing, this moment is just a means to an end. So we already have the destination in mind. We are expecting a certain outcome, and that's what we are giving our energy to. So basically, that's what we are focusing on all of the time in the present moment, constantly worrying over what's gonna happen. What if this happens, that happens, playing out all the scenarios in the mind. So basically, you're constantly living inside your mind, not the present moment. That way we create and live our own suffering. So constant overvaluing of the next thing, the next moment, the next big results, or the outcome that we think is good, that we think is better than, they're preventing us and distracting us from just being in the present moment and focusing on what we are doing right now, right here. What happens when we are constantly living in such a state? It takes away all the fun and all the joy, all the excitement that you can experience as you are doing and living, existing right now. Our mind is always giving a lot of significance on the next moment. We are already there, never here. And the reason why we suffer being there is because it's not happened yet, and we are creating wild imaginations. What's going to happen? What if it doesn't happen? Usually it's a lot of the negative thinking, because the ego is dominating our mind to do this, to that. There's no consciousness in that moment. Ego is always pushing, demanding, forcing, rushing. You got to know right now. You got to figure that out right now. You got to have the answer right now. Otherwise, you're going to face these consequences. And usually those consequences are not very positive. We call that constantly being chased or being operated from a place of fear, place of anxiety. Whenever you find yourself overvaluing the next moment or giving too much significance to an end in the present moment, you just want to stay aware of your thought process and the direction of your thought. Just by doing that, because now you have the consciousness, the higher perspective that is observing the process, observing the unhealthy pattern that you might be playing out, then what you can do is you can bring them back to your center simply. So that's the power of consciousness.